What is up? Limo here, and today we're going to talk about the best dating advice that you'll ever hear about approaching women. By the way, if you don't know who I am, I'm Limo Oueslati. I'm the founder of Higher Self Circle. I've helped thousands of men to completely transform their dating lives, and I'm going to show you how to actually get results. Now, it is no secret that nowadays men and women are lonelier than ever, and most people aren't dating as much. I saw this graph the other day. In about 50 years, people went from going on 1.5 dates a week, so 1 or 2 dates a week, to getting less than one date. And for most people, from what I've seen, most people are getting 0 dates, not even one a week. And it goes for months on end. Like I'm talking to people every single day, and every single day, guys are telling me like they're not getting dates at all. And sometimes for some of them, it's been months or even years. And 99% of men don't approach women in real life anymore. Like most people now, they just rely on dating apps as a crutch. They don't want to go through the uncomfort of approaching people in real life. And so that's why since 1985, the number of people who use online dating as a way to meet romantic partners has skyrocketed. And obviously, that is also due to the dot-com bubble and the internet and social media apps and everything. But we can clearly see that nowadays people are not interacting as much with each other. Men are not approaching women as much. And the level of loneliness is at an all-time high. And the truth is that most men have been hearing all their lives that approaching women is risky or rude or weird or creepy, is not allowed, in some countries or in some circumstances nowadays. And so because of that, they don't approach. Like most men think that approaching a woman at the gym is something that is rude, or approaching a woman at work is just being impolite, or you're just bothering her, or approaching a woman in the street is just creepy and it's not something you can do. I've had many guys in the past that I've talked to that truly believe that approaching a woman in real life, if you don't know her, approaching a stranger is rude. And that's crazy. And some people believe that, right? But you need to understand that women love to be approached. And they love to be approached by a man who actually knows what he's doing, because it makes them feel noticed, it makes them feel appreciated, and it just makes their day overall. There's a reason why women spend so much time and money on beauty products, hairstylists, makeup, gym memberships, clothing. Like women spend an enormous amount of time on their beauty and how they look. And why do you think is that? Well, that's because they love attention, right? And I can guarantee you that even if the woman is in a relationship and she's not actively looking to meet someone, she is still gonna appreciate that kind of attention. If you walk up to a girl and you just compliment her on something, well, that's gonna make her day regardless of whether she has a husband, a boyfriend, or whatever. She's still gonna appreciate that, right? And truthfully, from what I've seen, women actually fantasize about being approached. Like when women are single, most of them, they always have the fantasy in the back of their heads that there's going to be this prince charming who's going to come out of nowhere and who's just going to rescue them and who's just going to take them from their miserable life and bring them to their world that is an incredible world, like bring them to a new reality that will fulfill them. And that's what they dream of. They dream of having a guy just step up and lead them the right way and show them better ways and better days, right? And actually, since their childhoods, many women have been conditioned by the same movies that we watched. The type of movies where there's a knight in a shining armor who's going to risk his life, ride to the castle and defeat the dragon and then save the princess. And that's kind of the narrative, right? And that's what it is. And so women want to be approached, but the thing is that most men are not stepping up and making it happen. Either they don't know how to do it, or they don't have the balls to do it, or even if they know how to do it and they have the balls to do it, they're too lazy to just do it. Or they believe they don't have the time, so they don't even bother, right? And those are the main symptoms why most guys are not getting dates. And so if you approach random beautiful women in the street, you are part of the rare category of men who actually go for what they want. And that alone is very attractive to women because it proves that you're a guy who takes risks and who is willing to put everything on the line to get what he wants. It's a sign of ambition, of drive, of leadership. It's a sign of courage as well. So women love that. They love that shit and they respect that. They respect the guy who actually goes for what they want. Now, most guys, they're exactly like this little lion here. They're gonna see beautiful women every day pass by. They're gonna be just looking and staring at girls passing by without doing anything. They just wait for the perfect moment. And then there's a guy like me who's just gonna take what's his. He's just gonna go up, have a conversation, grab her number, get on a date, and have a beautiful relationship, whether casual or long term. And that's what it is. And most guys don't have the discipline to do that. And discipline is doing what you know you should do, whether you feel like it or not. Most of us, if you're honest with yourself, if you see a girl in the street that you like, you know deep inside, you want to potentially approach her, you want to say hi to her, you like her in some way, you like her appearance, how she looks, and you want to do it. But your feelings get in the way, you get into this decision fatigue, like, oh, should I do it? Should I not? Maybe it's not the right time. Oh, I'll do it tomorrow. Oh, maybe I'm not that well dressed. Maybe I'll do it another day. Oh, I just got out of the gym. Maybe it's not the best time. And you get into this mental masturbation of just overthinking everything. But fuck your feelings. Fuck how you feel. If you see a girl and you like her, go for it. That's it. Every approach you make is always 100 out of 10 because you actually went for it. You can't control the outcome of the approach. You can only control the action of doing it. So give yourself credit for going for it and just doing it. Give yourself props because 99% of guys aren't doing it. So as I said before, you're part of the rare category of guys who actually go for what they want. And this not only, translates into success with women, but also success in life, in business. Well, if you can't approach a beautiful woman in the street, well, how are you going to approach investors or, people you look up to and mentors and all of that? Well, you need to step up and do it, right? And so this confidence of just going up to someone you like and initiating a conversation is going to transfer on business and sales and even getting like a super high paying job. You need to go through interviews. You need to be relentless, right? And so that's what this skill is also going to provide to you, right? And also, of course, the communication skills and all of that. But just that confidence and that discipline of doing what you know you should do, whether you feel like it or not, is going to take you to crazy levels of success in life. Now, before they approach, most guys will think, oh, she's too hot. I'm scared. I'm stuck in my head. Maybe people are going to judge me and I'm going to look dumb. Maybe it's creepy or, oh, she's out of my league. But guys who get great results with women, they don't think that way. They think differently. Instead of thinking, oh, but maybe, she's going to reject me or maybe I'm going to look dumb or maybe I'm sure she has a boyfriend, right? They assume the girl has a boyfriend or whatever. They try to be a mind reader. Well, instead of doing that, you just need to change your mindset. Instead of thinking that, just think, okay, well, she's interesting. Let me take a bit of my time and see what's up. Let me check her out for a second, right? I got nothing to lose and my social skills are going to improve. My confidence is going to improve. This is going to be a great interaction regardless. And that's it. And the frame is that you want to leave the girl better off than you found her. So, if you just go up, compliment her in some way, that's going to put a smile on her face regardless. And then if you guys vibe and if she's single, then great. And if not, then you just have a great day and that's it, But many guys wait for the perfect moment to approach a woman, but it never comes because there's no perfect moment. You have to engineer your own luck, even if it feels a bit uncomfortable, even if it feels a bit weird or awkward in the beginning. That's how it is. And it's the same for all of us. I feel this way too, but I still do it, right? And as I said, discipline is doing what you know you should do, whether you feel like it or not. Fuck your feelings, right? So here's some advice for all of you guys out there. If you think a girl is cute, don't think too much. Just go up, say hi to her, introduce yourself, compliment her, and then try to have a conversation if she's open to it. And that's it. Fuck overthinking. Fuck having the perfect line. Fuck people judging you. Just make your own reality. Engineer your own luck, right? And you will always feel resistance to do things that you know are important to you. If you know something is truly important to you, well, you're going to have resistance. It's always like that. You know, I've invested thousands and thousands of dollars in mentoring programs, coaching, in investing opportunities. And of course, in the beginning, you feel a bit stressed. Like, is that really going to help me? Is that really going to, make a change in my life? And you're a bit unsure. And sometimes you just have to let go. Okay, well, I'm going to invest in this guy. I'm going to invest in this coach or this mentor. And fuck it. I know it's important to me. I'm going to commit to my success. I'm going to do it regardless. And even if I feel the resistance, well, that's probably a sign that this is going to make a change in my life, right? Because what I've noticed is that the resistance you might feel to do something is actually proportional to the magnitude of the change you want to make. Remember that. The resistance you might feel is proportional to the magnitude of the change you want to make. Hey, by the way, thanks again for listening to this podcast. If you're on Spotify or Apple or Google, all I ask from you is to put a 5-star review in whatever platform you're using. I'm not asking anything from you. I'm not running any ads, any sponsorship, anything. All I'm asking is if you enjoy this podcast, leave a 5-star review so that we can increase our rank and people can hear more about this podcast. And if you have any friends of yours who are interested in learning more about dating, about making money, about networking, traveling, then definitely share this podcast with your friends. I will be forever grateful. And thanks again for watching this podcast. And by the way, if you reshare this podcast on your story on Instagram, I will reshare it and repost it myself and tag you in my story as well. So now that I've said this, let's continue with the podcast. And the worst case scenario when you approach a woman is that she might feel a little uncomfortable for a few seconds, or she might tell you that she's already taken, or she's not interested. And that's the worst thing that can happen. But the best case scenario is that you guys vibe, you guys have a great conversation, and then maybe you go on a date, or maybe it becomes your future girlfriend, or who knows, even your future wife. And maybe you're going to talk about this approach years later when you have kids, right? And that's the beauty of just engineering serendipity. And I've had so many instances in my life where initially I felt that resistance, like I didn't want to approach her. I felt weird or uncomfortable, and I didn't want to do it. But then I step in and I do it, and amazing things happen. And this girl becomes one of my girlfriends, or it becomes an adventure, and I end up traveling with her and having crazy adventures, right? And so really beautiful things can happen out of this process of just stepping in, right? Now, I will say this. The men who truly get results consistently not only approach women, but also have the right verbal structures. You need to know what to say, and it takes a bit of practice and skill. And it's not just about what you say, it's also about how you say things. So your nonverbal communication and your body language is actually even more important than what you say. 93% of communication is nonverbal. And you can only internalize these things through practice and feedback, and ideally having someone who can coach you and show you how it looks like to actually do a great approach, and how you can change your behaviors to basically make the perfect approach. Because in the beginning, your approaches are gonna suck, and it's normal. There's a learning curve. Like a few years ago, I remember when I did my first approaches, I sucked. Girls were just like rejecting me left and right. I wasn't getting anywhere. I wasn't getting any numbers, any dates. And even though I was pretty good looking and I was okay, it's just that I didn't know how to actually build attraction and how to actually make sure that the conversation goes to a place where it's like romantic and it's flirty and there's like some sexual tension in there. And so it takes a bit of practice, and you need to have the right verbal structures as well. But it's not that complicated. Once you internalize the right systems, it becomes pretty easy to do anywhere you go. And there's actually a system that I teach called the Bulletproof Approach System. So this is a system that I teach all my clients and that I've had success with all over the world. And all my clients have had success with also in their respective cities and countries. And it works pretty much everywhere. And this is a really powerful way to approach women in a way that's genuine, in a way that's intentional, like you need to put some intent, men to women intent, like some romantic intent, and in a way that gets to a point where you can have consistent numbers and dates without overthinking about anything. And listen, when you see a hot girl in public, it's likely the last time you're going to see her. If you live in a big city like London or New York or Paris or Dubai or whatever, well, if you don't approach her now, then you're probably not going to see her again. So either you approach her or just be at peace with losing that opportunity forever. And who knows, that girl might have been your partner, your future wife, your girlfriend, right? And when you talk to women, talk to them like normal people. Don't try to talk to a woman in a way that's weird. Talk to them like a normal person. Just try to have a normal conversation. Ask genuine questions, make them talk about themselves, be genuinely interested. It's not that complicated. The key here is you don't want to be weird or too intrusive if she's not interested. A lot of guys, they don't want to take no for an answer. And sometimes you don't want to just try to convince her too hard. If a girl has a boyfriend already, just say, okay, well, have a great day. Now, of course, you need to be discerning because some girls are going to say that in a way that is false. Like they're going to say that so that you can just leave them alone. And they're just lying. And you can tell they're lying. It's like girls in nightclubs that say they're lesbians, right? I've approached so many girls in nightclubs and sometimes they say, oh, we're lesbians. Yeah, it's okay. So they just tell you that because they want you to leave, but they're not actually lesbians, most of them. And it's the same thing. Like some girls are going to say, oh, I have a boyfriend already, just so that you leave them alone. Now, in most cases, you trying to convince them or trying to deal with that objection or try to bypass that is not going to work. But sometimes it does work. Sometimes when you try to actually continue the conversation, even though they told you they had a boyfriend, it can lead to actually them giving you their number and you going on a date with them because they can see that, okay, this guy is perseverant, right? This guy's going to persevere and is going to try even though I told him I have a boyfriend. So this guy has like some successful traits and I can see that. And he doesn't take no for an answer. He goes for what he wants. So some girls like that, but most of the time it's not going to work. So that's one thing. Now, another thing I will say is that confidence also comes from stability. You need to have some stability in your life. If your life is a mess right now, your business is tanking, your family is disrupted by something, maybe someone died or something happened, maybe your health is going crazy, maybe you're having panic attacks and you're waking up in the middle of the night and sweating and just like you have fever or whatever. Like if you feel bad and you have like crazy downfalls in your life, then you're probably not going to be in a good place to approach women. But when you have your own space, you have your own resources, you're able to make money, you have a pretty good career, you're making progress in every area, then of course you're going to feel a bit more confident because you have your shit together. And women are naturally attracted to that. They're naturally attracted to a guy who has his life in order, right? So my advice is before trying to approach many women, get your life together. Stay on the grind. Have a good baseline first, because if you still live at your parents' house, if you don't have any money or any way to generate money, if you have no time freedom, then you're going to be at a disadvantage. You still want to approach women whenever you can, but that shouldn't be the main priority. It should be only maybe 5% or 10% of the time, like you actually going on dates and approaching women. But the main priority should be getting your life together first, right? And you still want to approach because it's good for your self-development. I mean, when I was a broke student, I was still approaching women because I wanted to work on that. I wanted to get dates, and that's great. But you're not going to be as confident usually as the guy who has his shit together. Because the guy who has his shit together is in a way better mood, in a way better headspace. He communicates, just stability and confidence. So even if you're broke, you can still approach women, you can still get dates, that's okay. But you still want to work on getting your life together first, because that's going to give you way more confidence, and it's going to allow you to have also better logistics, because if you live at your parents' house, you can't even pool. So you need to have good logistics first, have your own place, etc. Right? Now, be ready for rejection. You're going to get rejected, even if you have your own shit, even if you're a multi-millionaire, even if you own supercars and yachts and mansions and whatever, you're still going to be rejected. Some women are still not going to be interested in you. Some women will still flake, will still play games, and that's okay. Don't take it personally. Keep focusing on yourself, keep improving yourself, keep approaching women. It's a numbers game. And let me tell you this, every rejection is a badge of honor. Every rejection is a sign that you went for it. A rejection means you overcame your fear of trying. When you overcome your fear of trying, that's when you get rejected. So give yourself props for actually trying, for actually putting yourself out there, because you are in the top 1% by trying. And every approach is 100 out of 10, as I said, because you did that action, which is not an action that anybody would do. And so my thoughts about rejection is that rejection should mean nothing to you. Being rejected, as I said, is a badge of honor, and it's worn by every player, playboy, Casanova, whatever you want to call it, in the world, right? And it happens to every strong man who goes for what he wants. And not just in dating, but also in your career. If you get rejected at a job interview, or you get rejected by investors, or you get rejected for a collaboration or some brand deal or whatever, well, that's great. It's a sign that you're actually trying, right? I don't know where I saw this, but the author of Harry Potter, right, J.K. Rowling, or whatever her name is, she was rejected like 52 times before actually receiving a proposition for her books, right? And same thing for plenty of other people. I mean, you've probably heard these stories of people getting rejected, I don't know how many times before landing that dream opportunity. Well, it's the same thing for everything, right? So fuck rejection. Rejection is a great thing, actually. It's a badge of honor. Expect rejection and embrace rejection, right? And remember that most women will probably be flattered that you walked up to them. Even if they say no, they will appreciate that. So cultivate an abundance mindset. Don't try to just hit on one girl, hit on many girls. Cultivate abundance, meet a lot of women, approach a lot of women, and you'll see that from a place of abundance, you're going to be a chooser. You're going to be able to pick and choose who you date. And instead of being the chosen one, you're going to be able to just select any girl from the options you have. And that's when you become a chooser. And you have to spin plates in the beginning. You have to be like a plate spinner. You approach many girls, you date many girls, and then from a place of abundance, you pick the best one, right? And that's the best way to go about your dating life. So anyways, if you enjoyed this video, drop a like, drop a comment, subscribe to my channel as well. And I have a free community that you can join. There's plenty of content in the classroom, and you can network with other guys. You can ask questions. It's a great community. It's completely free. And another thing that I want to mention is that each week we're offering a few strategy calls. Now, these calls are a complimentary gift for some of my followers or some of my viewers like yourself, and it's absolutely free. So if you're watching this video, you can benefit from one of these calls absolutely free. It's either going to be with me or a member of my team. And what we're going to do on these calls is we're going to learn more about your situation, your current dating life and dating process. And then based on that, based on your goals as well, we're going to show you some proven systems and proven strategies that you can put in place to start getting dates as soon as possible and finally attract and date the woman that you truly want. Now, whether you decide to work with us or not in the future, no worries. I mean, the call is going to be value-packed anyways, and you're going to walk away with some powerful resources and insights. Now, one thing I have to say is that we have limited spots for these calls. Like there's probably maybe 30, 40 slots a week. And so first come, first served. So if you want to benefit from these calls, you have a link below this video. You can check that link. It's going to redirect you to a quick video as well. And then you can book your call. There's a link to book a call. And so book your call. Let's chat. Would love to meet some of you guys, get to hear your story and where you're at, and show you the next steps of how you can take it to the next level. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Like this video, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you very soon.